What's up, everybody? Welcome to Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode 5, The Ballooning. No! You ruined it!
What?
McCloakin. No,
we are live? Are we live right
we're
now?
live, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
fuck!
Take two.
No. We need to... See, McCloakin, this is a sponsored show, okay?
He's new.
So we need to give an F-bomb warning beforehand, before we continue with the show.
I didn't
guys,
realize I was censored.
welcome to Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode number 5. Let's let McCloakin do his joke. Hold on. Wait, everybody wait.
Yep. All right.
Everybody prepare to laugh as well.
Enjoy
so
some Soylent today.
Yeah,
Really?
we're not actually sponsored by them, so it was a good try. I mean, you only have a few more.
They gave me this for free, so I got to put #ad on the bottle before I drink it.
Soylent.
Smart plan. So yes, if you guys are tuning in to the show for the first time, one thing that we do like to do is let you know that there will be lots of profanity being blatantly used by all cast members, and frankly, it's usually encouraged. And we're going to be doing that a lot here. So prepare yourselves mentally, physically, however you do it. But regardless, welcome to the show. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's the little peeps?
I'm signing in the Roll20. I'm terrible player.
Wait, have we had the curse warning now?
Wow. Yeah, we've done it.
Yay!
I always miss it. My
still
brain
can't.
just blanks it out entirely when you say it.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
It's fine.
I mean, my people are just used to me saying really weird swear words, so they're just like, "Oh, he swore."
I had somebody come in and literally complain about how much I swore once. You shouldn't swear that much.
Did you say?
Oh,
It's
no,
like, come on.
I basically just like went.
Don't you love it when people tell you what to do in your own channel? That's the
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
listen.
it's
Swear so
literally
much.
like they came
Dude.
into your house and tried to edit your
I
life.
don't like this game. Play something different. How about you go and fuck yourself with a big spiky dildo?
Oh, no,
It's gotta be
someone
10-year-old.
someone did that to me. They came in my chat and they're like, you swear a lot. And I was like, you can get the fuck out. And then they did.
Yeah,
this
that's
dude was
about
just
how
like,
that should go.
you shouldn't swear so much. It's like, it'll people don't like swearing. And I'm just like,
You don't, so get out.
Yep.
Someone who doesn't swear. There are plenty of people who don't swear.
I don't
I'm
think.
surprised I don't get that many complaints actually myself.
Over
I think
to
it's
the
just
Scottish. They're
Yeah,
expecting.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're Scottish. It's just kind of
they
expected.
probably just can't understand what you're saying, so they assume everything's a swear word anyway.
Yeah.
It looks like my internet's kind of taking a dump right now.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, camera's blurry.
Oh, cunt fuck McGillicuddy.
I broke it. I'm sorry. I'm the bad luck charm
100%.
of this.
The funny
Yeah.
part is I literally just paid my cable bill, so I know it's not me not paying my bill. It's just
They're out there right now
yeah.
turning it off.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like,
okay.
Somebody's
oh,
just
we
there
just got the
flicking a
text. Oh, he's
How-
good.
Yeah.
Let's
How,
put that back in.
How late were you on your paying your bill?
Not very. I was a little slightly late.
Oh no,
Slightly
you got like 3 months
Maybe you
until they
pissed them
shut it off. Yeah.
I think it depends on where you are, but it was...
I think it's just in America, ISPs can do what they want and just force fuck all your money out of you. Like, just give me it, bitch.
We can just ring up and go, oh, well, I guess I'll speak to Virgin or BT or
Yeah.
Talk.
Although, why would you ever speak to BT? Why would you
Last-
ever speak to BT about anything ever?
Last major internet
just
issue
for
I
full
had.
talking to give me a cheaper deal.
Yeah. Last major internet issue I had, I called them. It ended up being a physical fault with the line outside, which they repaired. From me calling them to them fixing it was about 16 hours.
Bloody hell! I spent
That's very
3
fast.
months, 3 months,
Yeah.
or over 3 months, trying to get BT to install a landline into my flat, which they should have done before I moved in. And then they wanted to charge me 200 quid for it. So
It
I
took
went
3 months to install a landline?
because they were like, "Oh,
What
this
the
needs to be done
fuck?
first, or this, oh, the wires in the house are wrecked, or the." I'm just like, it's a new build flat. This shouldn't be difficult. It's all wired up. You just need to do the thing. And they're like, no, but this. And then I eventually just went, you know what? No. I went with was it Sky, I think? Got it done like a week later. They were just like, yeah, we'll do it for free. It's fine. Oh, cool.
Amazing companies that actually want to,
They amusingly, they still
take
have
your
to go
money
through
and
the same
give you a
companies to get
service
it
in
done.
exchange, right?
Because the company that actually does all the sort of like the network stuff is OpenReach, which used to be part of BT, and now they've been chopped into two separate companies. But yeah, OpenReach is just awful. But everybody has to use them, except Virgin, because they got their own network.
I didn't realize the green screen would be being used, so now I gotta make everything look
Now
great.
you have to make it perfect. Yes, make it perfect.
I gotta move here.
We are all about perfection.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, just quality 100% all the time.
That is kind of our thing. So.
Yeah,
We are a high quality stream for high quality people.
I mean,
Yes.
that's why you guys asked me here, right?
Wow, and Fuzzy, you did that without even burping or anything. That was good.
That was
I think McCloaking, I think the phrase Whack used was "desperate times call for desperate measures."
Well,
I think the phrase whack use was he'll do whatever.
Am I the wild card in this situation?
the
now?
wild card.
The wild card.
McCloakin wild card.
I cut the brakes, guys. Wild card.
No, I think we're pretty much all it's a collection of wild cards.
Yeah,
and we all
I've got news for you,
all
McCloakin. We're
whack
playing
things.
Uno, and we've got all wild cards. They're just.
Oh yeah.
It's
We're
just,
playing Uno and we're drunk on Pepsi. You better be fucking ready, dude.
yeah.
I'm
But-
in Mountain
Confessions:
Dew.
I've never played Uno.
And
I don't really like Pepsi.
and busted
What
out like the.
Neither
You know,
do I.
you know,
Hashtag ad. Put hashtag ad on my
Hashtag
can.
ad.
you guys
I'm
know
not
those
sponsored, I would,
big
so.
tins of popcorn? Do you guys have those over there? Where it's the
Yeah.
three different kinds of popcorn. See, everybody
There's
from
more than
America.
two?
Yeah.
Is that just an American thing?
Yeah, I think it is. So we have these giant tins that could double as an ottoman for your sofa. Like they're that fucking big, right?
It's true.
And they're cylindrical, and they just have a piece of cardboard making a three-way split between the cans,
Yeah.
between the tin. And there's caramel, there's cheese,
and
and
plain.
just regular.
Well, no, they got different ones. They got like a Parmesan one.
I'm sure there's a sugary one
yeah.
too, like a kettle corn.
The caramel, yeah. There's a sugary one.
There's an extra A in there that you guys are missing, by the way.
It's fucking
Caramel.
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 Only hype.
Did I call it? What do I call it?
No, we got an even split now. So we have hash. We have half crazy people from the UK, and then we got half crazy
oh my
Americans.
God, this even
But
out.
Yeah.
McCloakin is
Lost the
Irish.
Canadians.
I'm McCloakin.
My last name actually comes from Fermanagh County, but I'm actually also Scottish, Welsh, Indian, English, and German.
Oh,
Shut the fuck
Jesus.
up. You're American,
You're a
all right?
butt.
Yeah, you're American. You're
You're
born in
a butt.
America. You're American.
My people like fucking. All right.
It was cooler when you pretended to be straight Irish, okay?
So yeah, let's give a big hello to McCloakin, who is now joining the cast. Hello, McCloakin. Hello and
Wait,
welcome.
hold on.
He's gonna boot us.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi, I'm McCloakin. How are you today?
Why don't we hop right into introductions then? So let's start off. Let's actually start off. I want to go with McCloakin last because we're going to introduce his character.
Sure.
So let's start off with Fuzzy. Why don't you
I hate you. I'm
introduce
cleaning
yourself?
my glasses. You did that on purpose because I started cleaning my glasses, didn't you?
Yeah, it's totally that, and not that I start that way every time we do the show.
You don't start that way every time.
Sure, we do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do. I
Always.
mean, Bobby
mean,
hasn't been here, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's in order.
We have an order? Anyway, hi, I'm Fuzzy Freaks. I do fuzzy things over on twitch.tv/Fuzzy Freaks. I'm awful at everything. And I forget what I'm saying a lot. And I play Betty. She's an engineer / maintenance person / bit of a slapper.
She's a fucking slag.
She's a fucking slag. She's a slag. But yeah, she tends to argue with Peachy's character quite a lot for some reason. I think just because me and Peachy like arguing. Let's face it, we enjoy the bickering.
You guys are an old married couple for sure.
Yep. Totally.
100%.
Well, we have lived together, but
Yeah.
I've never seen Peachy naked.
Let's all think about it.
Just add him on Snapchat, dude. It's
Fuzzy, you don't forget shit like that.
That's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure that the trauma. What is that?
Hello, nubbin. You're like, oh.
oh my god, it looks like a blacksmith's fist.
It's like a penis on the floor. Oh.
Is that a baby holding an apple?
So yeah, and I'm very excited that McCloakin's playing with us. Giggity.
Speaking of playing with us, Zagoticus.
Hey everybody, how's Godicus? And I'll play with you for tips. I was in the middle of doing something else there and you caught me off guard.
Suck it.
Hey dudes, I'm Godicus. I play the ever awesome freak, also known as Simon, who is a psychic awesome person who touches people and makes them feel better.
Speaking of touching people and making them feel better, Tuesday.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn it! Missed opportunity for Peachy.
Well,
there.
the beauty is I did the intro. I skipped you by accident, and it just worked out that I got to screw over Peachy right there. That was helpful.
Win-win.
Yeah.
That was good.
See, I said I wasn't first normally. See,
You are. You actually are.
See. I don't remember being first normally.
You are.
You're not. You're usually second.
Well,
but
Bobby.
he's giving
Bobby's
you a hard
usually
time.
here. Bobby's usually first, but Bobby's not here.
Yeah, but she's technically right. For 30 something weeks, she's been right. Speaking
slow
of
man.
being right, PG. Just kidding. I am Tuesday Gray. I am really, really snotty. Really extra snotty. It's not fun for me, but this is, so I'm choosing to do it anyway. Hello, folks. If you want to see me do other things, you can find me over at /Tuesday Gray. Today I will be playing Nova, who's super shooty, into guns, and she's not real upset about the situation we're in, except that she wouldn't mind a flamethrower, because that'd be really nice. It's over to you, PJ.
Thank you, Tuesday.
Peachy.
Hi.
Wait, I'm switching between the cameras so we can get the full effect. There we go. Okay.
Hi. Welcome to Warped. ASMR, Peachy Pixelate here. It's good to see you. I'm Peachy Pixelate. I play a character who is super strong. Okay. I play a character who is really courageous. No. I play a really old, clever man who cares for nothing but science. And I can't think of a good segue to McCloakin. He is highly sexualized.
He's sex on wheels. Well, hover
Oh, I
pads.
could have gone with that. Damn it! He is sex on wheels.
Speaking of sex on wheels, McLogan, why don't you tell us about yourself and your character?
That's my sexy pose.
Mission
Hello, I'm
accomplished.
McLoakin.
I think we've all sexed.
Well,
now.
I'm wet.
Oh.
My anus
me
is a
too.
little bit, but I've just got diarrhea, so it might just be a poor wipe on my part.
You're welcome.
See now, poor wipe. That's a good segue.
Mm-hmm. I'm McLoakin. You can catch me on such films as...
I got fuzzy.
You can catch me in such porno films as 4 beef patties stacked between me. I don't know. I have nothing.
It's a working title. It's
It's
fine.
a working title. It was a joke that me and my friend had. What would we make a porno based around Wendy's? And one of them that we came up was 2 guys and 1 baconator, and getting 4 bigger girls named Patty and 4 beef patties stacked high was the other one that we came up with. So, welcome everyone. I'm McLoakin. I apparently just keep ranting on about pornos today, and I don't care. My character is a Felan. Felan, right? Am I pronouncing it right?
Feeling?
Felan. He's a Felan, and he is a military officer, pilot that is on the ship named the the Arcadia. I will get it down. I haven't memorized all the names yet, but he's a military pilot on the Arcadia. He's a orange tabby kind of looking cat, and I'm really excited to play him because apparently I was here last week and I was looking at everyone's reputation. And I was like, apparently I have the most contacts out of everyone, so I can't wait.
Yes, you will be providing vision to the entire crew. Congratulations. Get it? Contacts? Eye humor. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
That was so bad. I don't even want to talk about it. Can we play now? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I will be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. And there very well may be some kicking and screaming, as with most of my shows. That does tend to happen, like an actual thing. So I feel like it's, there's like a 90% chance that that'll happen.
Do I sound better now? I turned it up a little bit.
You might want to face towards it a little bit because you're kind of...
Yeah.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Hi.
Oh.
I'll be like this the whole time.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Hi.
Yeah, just don't stop.
It's weird because I have a really nice mic. I don't know why I'm so low.
Hello.
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 Hi. Hey. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, I think it's better.
I think it's
I think
fine.
that's better.
I turned up the level a little bit, so we'll see. If I need
We'll
to, I
see.
can turn up the gain.
Yeah, if we have to turn up, we'll turn up. So yes, welcome to stream, everybody. And yes, today we'll be doing some sci-fi space opera type role playing. If you guys have never seen the show before, that's what we do. We play a system called the What's Old is New rule set. If you guys have never heard about it, I just put a link in the chat, and of course I haven't updated the bot yet, so we got Bobby there instead of McLoken. We'll get McLoken here. I'll just
Go follow Bobby.
Yes, go follow Bobby. Send him love. Send
Don't
Bobby
follow
love.
me. Follow Bobby.
There we go. Okay.
All the way home, Dan stand outside his house, breathing heavily.
Oh, hey there, bud. That's what Bobby would do. Oh, hey
Yes.
there. Come on in, bud.
If you guys are curious
His
about the
dog will sit
system,
and stare at you soulfully.
if you guys are curious about the system and you want to learn more about it, you can head on over to WoinRPG.com, where the lovely Morris was kind enough to sponsor the show, the creator of the system. And we are the official stream of the What's Old is New RPG system. And McLoken, I feel like you will probably be questioning how this happened, like why would he do such a thing? And you will not have that question answered. We don't know. We legit don't know how it happened.
I don't know
I know
why a
how
lot
it
of things
happened.
happen.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh! I forgot to tell you guys as well. I'm really excited because we're hopefully getting a dog next week.
Yeah, that's awesome. It looks
Full
like a
chaos.
German Shepherd, right?
Sort of. It's a shepherd crossed with something. Apparently Akita, but it doesn't look very Akita. So I think it's just like
Is it a human?
Did you say Akira?
Akita. It's
Oh.
one of those weird, floofy Japanese.
I was gonna
big
say, you gotta
dogs.
watch-
Not the little
Yeah, you got to
dogs,
watch
the
out for
big dogs.
Tetsuos. I mean, that's a problem.
Canada Sorry, I love the soundtrack from Akira. Anyway, yes. But yeah, next week, Doge. Hype.
That's very cool. That's
Fingers
very
crossed.
cool. Make sure you gotta if it's got German Shepherd in it, the dogs gotta be like very active, because they're workhorse dogs.
Like-
you gotta
Yeah.
you
Oh,
gotta.
yeah.
Otherwise, it will
They
cause
also-
you trouble and live up to his
Yep.
name.
They also shed, and you got to be like very stern with them because
my
if you.
God. Yeah.
We have a German Shepherd Husky mix, and like you
my
literally
God.
you literally have to like be like not buddy like you reward him when he has to earn getting petted and all that kind of stuff. So like they have to work for it.
Chaos
The
seems
dogs
pretty
love
chill.
that though.
Yeah.
Dogs love working for rewards and stuff like that.
They
That's
do.
that's how
Yeah.
their brain
Oh
is
yeah,
made.
no, training shouldn't be a problem because like Bob is like a huge dog person. It's scary. But he's
Gee.
oh my God, we were there at the shelter just like giving him scritches and there were just handfuls of hair coming out and it was just like oh my God, it'll be fun. Our house is just going to basically be coated in fur.
If he's got any kind of Akita or anything like that in him, it's similar to Husky with the way their fur is. With Huskies over cloaking, oh my God. I've seen people who are like, I brushed my dog 2 weeks ago and I'm doing it again and there's a pile like this size
Oh,
of
dude,
fur.
it's a,
You
I
can
could do.
make
I could do it.
Insane.
I could do it once a day, and he'll be like, my backyard would be littered with black fur. And also to add, my dog is also named Rex, so that's similar. I'm kind of like a knockoff Bobby.
Discount Bobby.
You're our discount Bobby.
I don't know who named his dog Chaos, but I don't think he lives up to it. He's pretty chill. But yeah, I can one-up Satellizer on the dog names, though. It's like, your dog's named Havoc, mine's named Chaos. It's better than Havoc.
Is there a chart
like
somewhere that lists?
Well, Havoc is just like, Chaos is more of a global thing. Chaos! Of course, Havoc. Of course.
Havoc
Depends how
and
you say it. You
chaos.
could say chaos, havoc. It's all in the pronunciation.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
do sound like
there's
like
literally
Disney sidekicks for Satan or something. Havoc and chaos, two little demons.
Plus you have the whole cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war
Can I
thing. I
rename
mean,
my
that's pretty.
Yeah,
Havoc's
but
not bad.
but I can say that my dog, right? My dog is like, chaotic neutral, chaotic good. Cause chaos. It's there's a lot you can do with it.
Chaotic evil.
Hopefully
I think that's
not.
the most likely scenario.
Apparently, he does get into the bin sometimes, but he's like good with kids and a nice dog, so it doesn't jump up either, which is a good thing.
So just don't put your kids in the bins.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
But don't worry, guys. Eventually, we do play some role playing stuff.
Don't talk about my
And
Indian dog.
I thought we were role playing right now.
oh well, kind of, and I actually do have to put your character up on the screen here. We got.
I've got to get into accent, haven't
yeah.
I? Right, my lovers. There we go.
Oh God, insta cringe.
Aw. Once you
Okay.
put it and Shandy around the back of this, engineering section.
So, I think where we're gonna start today is we'll talk a little bit, like really briefly, about what happened last episode. There was a lot of chaos that happened in the last episode. Some might even call it
Yeah, it
havoc.
was scary. Whack was trying to kill us.
Yeah, there was a bit of a problem with a bug infestation aboard the ship. A series of smaller bugs that the characters did not know about until recently apparently started to swarm the ship. They were sort of about the size of a ferret mixed with a centipede. That's kind of what they looked like.
That's a dog, Fuzzy. That's not what fought us.
Yeah, if you guys want to see more on the dog that Fuzzy's probably going to pick up, you should head on over to her Twitter. But yes, you guys ran into these crazy bugs that seem to be infesting the ship. Remnants from the invasion, the group that invaded the ship previously. And these there were a lot of them. There were several hundred. And with some quick thinking coming from Betty, who tried out the fire extinguisher on the bugs, found that it worked very effectively. These bugs that sort of look like a combination of ferrets and
We shall call them ferripedes.
yeah, these ferrets combined with centipedes. They kind of they had a bit of a camouflage aspect to them. They were able to change their skin color, sort of like a chameleon. And the crew didn't even really know about them. You guys ran into them kind of.
I postulated they could possibly exist.
Yeah, and they were surprised.
I said they were on the fucking ship. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, you did get this information from some ghosts, so people were a bit skeptical. Yeah.
The most reliable source of information.
Yeah. You see, Freak has a bit of a, he's got a special ability, being a warped human. He's able to commune with ghosts, while everyone else seems to be a bit skeptical. It did seem to be right this time. And so I think where we're going to start today is when we finished up the session, you guys saw that these bugs overtook one of the Marines aboard the ship. Private Jenkins basically had a bug crawl into his mouth and take over his body, and seemed to move him about and try to communicate with everyone. The bug was exhumed by a psychic blast that came from Freak, and Jenkins was quarantined at the end of the episode. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward a little bit from that scene. It's going to be probably a few hours later from that. We're going to start off with Lieutenant Junior Grade Gavriel Ferris. Gavriel, you and your wing person, who goes by the name.
Her call sign or her actual?
Either or.
Her call sign's Atalanta, but her name is Lieutenant Jargon. She's a female Spartan.
Yes, and you two have just gotten out of your pods. You've basically been on a patrol duty around the ship, just trying to check around, make sure that none other of these bugs are attached to the ship. From your perspective, the bugs that you've encountered were pretty big. Like, they're size of a class 1 starship that sort of attached itself to the hull of the ship and kind of burrowed their way in with these crazy teeth. So you've seen those kind of flying around. They're not particularly very maneuverable, but there were a decent amount of them. You and Atalanta killed quite a few. What I'd like for you to do is to roll me a D100, please.
Alrighty. All right.
44. So combined, both of you scored 44 kills, confirmed kills on these bugs. There was just a shit ton of them, man. They were flying all around through space. It looked like a swarm in space of these bugs flying through. I am hearing my voice through somebody's microphone. I think it might be McCloakin. I'm not sure.
It might be. Hold on. Maybe I have to turn on Discord. Sometimes this happens. Or Zoom, whatever the hell it's called.
So, together you guys killed combined 44 of these bugs. They weren't particularly hard to kill. There were just a lot of them. A lot of them were attacking the other ships that were nearby, who have now you've been briefed on them. They're known as they're an alien. They're another alien race that were here that you guys have struck up communications with. So you and Atalanta have just finally brought your pods in from patrol, and I think we're calling these ships. I think we decided on hummingbirds, or what we're calling them.
I think so.
To go with the whole garden theme for the colony ships. So you've just brought your hummingbirds in off of patrol, and you didn't see anything else on patrol. Beyond that first wave, there really wasn't anything else. These things were really easy to kill. They were kind of big. You and Atalanta get out of your pods to meet up, and she looks at you and says, "Good flying out there."
Yeah, by my count, I think it's about 44 of them we took out.
I had more than you.
That's up to debate. I think I was a little bit more nimble in the air. You were still brunt as usual.
Brunt does the job. I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Well, I mean, our tactics work, right? You take them on head on and I go from behind.
It's the only way to do it.
Well, smarter than everyone else, I think.
Our spit roast maneuver.
One of the best in the fleet.
It's the best.
Yeah. I don't know why they attacked us, though.
It's a good question, but it's none of our business. We point our ships at things and we shoot them.
Yes, but understanding your enemy is a lot better than just killing them outright.
She's got a
I
disgusted
forgot.
look on her
Yeah.
face.
I forgot who I was talking to.
Remember next time.
I'll try a lot better. I slap her on the back and laugh.
So yeah, you guys make your way, to like a changing area or whatever. You strip out of your flight suits, and get back into your regular clothing. You guys just come off like a long patrol. You've basically been out a few times because the Hummingbirds probably don't have they're short range ships. They don't have like any hyperdrives or anything like that. And you probably had to like come back and power up, basically charge up the ship again, and before you go out, you probably go out for like hour or so before you got to recharge. And you just got off like a long patrol. It's been probably, we'll say, like 4 or 5 hours since the attack, and you're now. Atalanta, did we decide that she's your CO?
No, she's my wingman. My CO is... Hold on, I gotta go find the name real quick. My CO would be...
Captain Eric Fannis, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Fannis.
Yeah. Okay, so, Captain Eric Fannis, what does Captain Fannis look like?
Captain Fannis, he's a little bit older. He's about between 35 and 40. A little bit of gray right here from the stress of being in a higher order. Very, very has good military discipline. Always is standing upright, and always is looking for the correct acknowledgments, like such as sir, captain, and it's very relaxed around his other higher ranking peers as well.
Okay. So Captain Fannis meets up with you guys. Probably just pops into the like the locker room or wherever where you guys are sort of changing, and comes in and says, "Good work out there."
Thank you, sir. It's
Captain Fannis salutes.
I was like, we're inside right now.
It is always proper to salute your commanding officer.
I suppose you're right, but and then he kind of gives a little salute to Captain Fannis, and he looks at him and he's like, "Sir, do we have any more intel on what happened out there?"
We're gonna have a proper debriefing, but what I will say is that, as can be expected, the diplomats have their heads up their asses again.
Oh, fuck.
They're not putting a priority on these creatures, these bugs that we're running into. They want us to play nice with the aliens that we found. They're calling them...
Kind of like... He's got like a data pad that he's kind of scrolling through.
Calling them gorilloids.
Gorilloids?
Yeah. The gorilloids, they kind of look like, they look like, are you familiar with the creatures from Earth known as gorillas?
Somewhat familiar, not too familiar.
Well, they're usually big and hairy, and
He's kind of like looking.
well, they have fur, and muscular, usually thick around the midsection, and They're very powerful creatures. They're a bit shorter than your average, say, gorilla, but they're wider. And from what we understand, they're trying to communicate with us. There's a bit of a communication problem, but the diplomats don't seem to care about these damn bugs, even though we just got attacked.
I mean, that should be main priority is the safety of this ship.
I've been in contact with Commander Val'est. She's unhappy with the way things are going, but we're stuck with it right now. At least until we get our bearings. So what I'm going to have you both do here is I'd like both of you to get some rack time. You're going to be going out on patrol. Now, we're not trying to cause any kind of international or intergalactic incident here. So, play nice. Don't shoot unless
just recon
shot
mission
at.
then, sir.
So you see him like take a deep breath, and he says,
Regular patrol. Just patrolling the ship. I'm gonna have you get some rack time for right now. But we're gonna stay on a regular patrol schedule.
Aye, sir.
Yes, sir.
salutes
Yeah, as he
again.
goes away, I like salute. I don't. Are we doing left-handed? I don't know.
I think it's the fist and then the no. It's, no.
What is it? Third rock from the sun was theirs. There was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so the yeah, it's probably just a regular right hand salute, I don't know. Yeah, so Atalanta says
Strange. I don't understand. Why would Rakan not insist that we try to find these bugs and squash them?
I don't know, but orders are orders. I hate diplomacy sometimes.
Diplomacy.
spits on the ground.
Yeah, you see me. I'm like, I agree with that one. Diplomats are always fucking putting red tape all over the place while we got fucking things hitting the ship and hauled the ship. I don't even know what happened. Like, what kind of attack was that?
They seemed disinterested with any kind of strategy. All they seemed to do was latch onto the ship and consume it.
That's disgusting. No intelligence. But you got to find a way to deal with their numbers, and strategy will take care of the rest.
Yes, of course, but...
And she sort of sits down like on a bench that's there. She says,
I wonder, what are bugs like on your planet? What are insects like?
I don't know. I mainly grew up on asteroids for most of my life, so there really wasn't any bugs on there. Sometimes you see cockroaches that come in from shipments and anything like that, but you just have to deal with them. The weird thing is even when you stepped on them, they still live. They're pretty durable. Spent some time on Mars, but I didn't really spend enough time on there to really see any of the natural life or anything like that. Yeah, I don't really have too much experience with bugs, honestly.
Spartans are used to very different kinds of insects. Quite large. Taste disgusting, but nutritious.
Yeah.
I'd say the average insect comes from my planet is about this big.
That's pretty big. Well, I mean, we've seen bigger now, but holy shit.
That depends. If you ate the whole thing, you would be taking a holy shit.
Oh, God. I love your jokes. This is... the one thing, so I spent some time in special forces. You already know that. One thing that we learned is that if you can't find any food, sometimes insects are a good way to get some nutrition, like good fiber and like vitamins, or like instantaneously. That sounds like it'd be one hell of a meal. Like I could live off that for probably a couple weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Well, you are pretty scrawny. Spartans tend to eat a lot more.
You guys are a lot more hardy than I am.
Yes, definitely. Yes, if you came to my planet, and I think if you tried to mate with one of the females there, they would laugh you off the rock.
I think they'd probably break me.
If you're lucky.
And yeah, so you guys have like a little bit more chatter, and you get dressed, heading to the probably back to the barracks, and as you do, you can see that like there's been several bulkheads that have kind of been like smashed through, and like there's a lot of like portable shield generators that have kind of been put up to cover up the hull damage. Yeah, there's several like holes in the hull. Like this ship took some serious damage. There's a lot of maintenance crews that are out and kind of repairing things, and you see this like strange looking little red Borean lady that's conversing with an older man in a hover chair. They're kind of flying around, and they're being flanked by two other people. A what's quite obviously Marine, and a sort of Freak. You were hairless, right? You were just completely like bald and no facial hair, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just completely hairless human.
No eyebrows, no eyelashes.
Yeah, nothing. What was that movie?
Powder?
Yes.
Powder.
Yes.
Yes.
Like powder. And really pale, and you guys are kind of like walking down the hall, and you can see this like red Borean that's trying to like assist a maintenance crew, and the three other people that seem to be with her are kind of like trying to drag her away, and she's like insisting to stay with the maintenance crew. You can see like the maintenance crew is trying to patch up this hole and whatnot.
Do I recognize any of them?
It's up to you. I feel like probably no. You might.
Okay.
You
Has
might.
Betty ever tried to hit on you?
I don't think so.
You might recognize the hero of the Arcadia. I don't know.
What, me?
Peachy.
You talking about me? What?
I look at that like, is it being very disruptive to the people?
Oh
who are
yeah,
trying to repair the
definitely,
hull?
definitely. Yeah.
Wait! No, what are you doing? No, you don't want to be doing it. No. What are you trying to do? Gaffer tape. You want gaffer tape? No, don't do it like.
I like hit
You're
Atalanta,
making
and I'm
the
like,
pigs hear that.
look at that.
No proper order to anything that they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Borean's great on my nerves.
Do they now? It seems like everyone grates on your nerves.
Fair point.
I'm gonna go take care of this, otherwise that hull's never gonna get repaired.
No, you want it a little bit to the left. There you go. There. No. Down
I
a bit,
told
down.
you we don't need any help.
Yeah, well, you're doing it. You're making it.
We're
complete
doing
big
just
deal of it.
fine. This is what we do. This is our job.
I know, but I'm. Look, I just saved the entire ship with a little help, and you can listen to me, all right? I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Excuse me.
What? Ooh, hello.
You turn around, and what does Gavriel look like?
So you see it like he's got like some sort of like mesh like uniform on with like his ranking on it, and he's kind of like an orange tabby kind of thing with like intense like kind of brown golden eyes, and looks very kempt for what he looks like. He's
Just
standing
gave
up
himself
proper.
a bath. Just gave himself a bath, like after changing.
Yeah, like literally when he was changing, he was like, yes, I'm a pretty kitty. But he's standing there and just like looking at you with like an eyebrow raised as he's like, looking at the crew, and I was like, "Crew, get back to work. I'll take care of this. What? Can you just leave them alone? They got a lot of work ahead of them."
We know, and they're doing it wrong.
Are you on duty?
Well, sir, are we on duty? We don't know.
Are you on duty or not?
Yes, we are on duty as there are
Great.
bugs everywhere.
Marine,
Yeah,
how do you address a ranking officer?
Sir, there
Yeah.
are bugs everywhere, sir.
Jeff, usually.
That's fine, civilian. It's okay. But she, on the other hand, a little bit more military discipline.
Aye, sir.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are distracting them from getting their work done. There's other hulls to be repaired. You guys all don't need to be here if you're all here to repair this hull.
Oh, we were just walking past, right? And look, it's sideways. That's at least 5 millimeters.
Are you their boss?
No, but I know how to put a
I feel like every
blanking
single.
plate back on.
I feel like every other maintenance person like simultaneously says no.
Do you hear them? They just go about your business. Find something else to do. There's other things to do after this attack.
Fine, we'll go and save the ship from bugs again, then, shall we?
Yes,
That
you
is
go
what
do that.
we are supposed to be doing. I meant to.
Who are you
protect
anyway?
You.
I'm Lieutenant Junior Grade Ferris.
Do you come here often?
No, I mean the barracks are right over there.
Oh, really? Oh, all right. Well, I'll bear that in mind then.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna get going now. Just leave these guys to their work, okay?
She's like winking so hard at you, like it's becoming like a
You can hear it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's just tired, and he's just got off patrol, so he's just like, okay. I mean, I need to get some sleep. I gotta go back on patrol here soon. All right, you guys, please just let the workers get their work done, okay? And he's looking at the Borean, and he's just like, please.
Get a comms, Dr. Icarus. And it says, probably just like in a pleasant tone, like, priority communication from Commander Val'est.
Hello?
Dr. Icarus,
Yes.
where are you right now?
I'm in the science lab, right?
You guys are probably like on your way to the science lab. Maybe you went to get like some food or something.
Betty noticed somebody doing something wrong and just,
Yeah, you guys were on the way. You guys were like on the way to the science
my
lab.
bagels are going cold. For fuck's sake.
You might have gotten like a little bit of sleep or something. It's been about 5 hours or so since the attack.
Didn't realize I was there.
Yeah.
Corridor 42B on our way to the science labs.
Very well. I will meet you there. We have something important to discuss.
I see.
Please make sure the rest of the group that you've been with are there.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, we need to go to the science labs. There is a meeting. They wish to see you, Simon, and you, Nova.
Okay, well
I
then
mean, what?
let's get going.
Yes,
It
also you,
was-
Betty.
Yes!
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, let's get.
What's a Marine's rank?
Oh yeah, I'm just like a.
She's a private.
Yeah, I'm a private.
Okay, I'm like, sirs, ma'am, private. Have a good day. And he just kind
Hi,
of turns
lover.
around.
We seeing you again?
I don't like that guy.
We do.
I must
And he just
remember
goes
to
off.
collect
Did you hear
the
this?
saliva.
Feelings have spite you know what?
When I see that, does your ear like
You know what?
twitch round like you're listening? But you hear the noise behind you that we cats do?
Like,
Did that?
But did you ever feeling you know what? They've got like spiky and they're weird.
Spiky what?
I like feelings mostly, but I don't like him. He's
Simon, is there anyone you don't like? You do like?
you're not too bad. Sometimes, and Nova's real nice.
Ah, Thank
But you don't like Scan either. Very fine.
No, he's an android. I don't like androids.
Yeah, he does not trust androids. It's
Why?
not Scan in particular.
They don't have anything in there. So
What do you mean? They have everything in there.
They doesn't have a soul, and he does not trust that.
They don't have a soul. It's
Yeah.
been scientifically proven that souls do not actually exist.
Anyway, we do have a task.
Yes, I have math to prove it. Come, Simon.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So, Gavriel, you head on off with Atalanta to the barracks. The rest of you head to the science lab, and probably within like a few minutes, Commander Val'est, Scan, and several, I would say probably like, it's actually not several. It's going to be the android politician vote. All come in together. And they've got like a small, like, just, I'd say probably like 2 Marine officers that are sort of traveling with them. And they enter the lab. Immediately upon entering, Commander Val'est walks over to the door control, and she says, "Everyone, I would like all non-essential personnel to leave the room, please. Just Dr. Icarus, Simon, Betty Bahoop, and Private Nova may remain. The rest may leave, please." The other scientists kind of like start, "But I'm working on something very important. If I leave the experiment right now..." I understand.
You're doing chemistry. It's not important.
I understand your concerns, Dr. Flem. But you have to leave the experiment behind for right now. I have something very important to discuss with these people. Please leave the room. And, "Oh, this is very troubling. If I leave this now..." "Dr. Flem, please leave the room now, sir." And, "Very well. Bossing an old man around. I'm just trying to do some research for the damned ship." And he starts to, like, close up some vials and whatnot and turn off his burners. And he starts to walk out. He grabs, like, realizes he forgets, like, a stack of paperwork, grabs it, tucks it under his arm. There's, like, paper falling behind him and shit. Yeah, they still use paper. Get fucked. So the I needed a cool thing that he's got to do. So he's got the paperwork with him, and he just kind of drags it out from underneath his arm and leaves in a huff. Commander goes over to the door, and she says, "Priority lockdown. Code Alpha Tango 0 Charlie 3975." And you see like the like on the panel, like, lockdown enabled. And she turns back to the group and she says, "Now, we need to have a talk."
It was probably Betty.
Well, nothing over nothing.
What do you need to talk about?
"Doctor, the research that you sent to Scan is very troubling, especially in regards to the newest bugs that you found."
Ah, yes.
What, they're ones that climbed in people's mouths and made them go, "Ah!"
Yeah, the bugs I said was on the ship and no one believed me.
Well, you was right then.
I mean, I did believe you. I might have been the only one.
So
I call them the chameleonic Icaruses.
That's Scan. He's plugging himself into the wall.
Sorry, is that my headset? I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear it. Did it do the charging thing?
Basically, the connection is loose, and I'm charging them. And every time I move my head, they go charging battery, and it's insanely annoying.
Wow, that's really an awful feature.
I just charge them.
So, she just kind of stares at you, Dr. Icarus, and she says, perhaps something a little bit shorter.
Shorter.
I believe the doctor has the right to name a species that he finds, Commander. I'm not going
That
to
could
call
be
them
the
that.
scientific name. We could call them something like.
Chameleonics. How about that?
I turn in utter horror that Betty has just named my animal.
It's just like, hey.
It's not important for now. Regardless, what is important is what you told me happened to Private Jenkins. You said that these bugs were able to take control of him. Is this true?
Boy, that are really like deep-throating bugs.
I was in the labs when that happened.
Yeah, I saw
I would
it,
assume
and-
that you guys have worked up some kind of report or something. It's been 5 hours since the attack, so
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, it crawled right in his mouth and was like.
I got it though, and then I called Dr. Keaton and asked for a quarantine team, so he should be.
I can assure you that Private Jenkins is quarantined at the moment.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Would it be possible to do some tests on him?
She kind of like looks at Scan and Vote, the android politician, who, by the way, is mechanically engineered to be like super smiling all the time. You know, like
He's like
yeah.
Buddy Jesus.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's basically like that. Just a bit more androidy. He's got. I feel like he's just kind of like, you know, it's in a very, very androgynous, and is some. I feel like leans towards more organic looking, and he chimes in and he says, the reason that we are here is to communicate with you specifically because there are very few on this ship that can now be trusted.
Trusted.
And like every time he's done with a sentence, he's got something programmed, like it's either LED teeth or something that give like a little shine.
I was led to understand that it was quite obvious that they were being infested by these things.
It's unclear as to what's going on with these bugs.
The only theory I can come up with is much like a fungus back on old Earth. But when the fungus was fully grown, the host was no longer needed and therefore died and fed the next group to be born.
We're unsure as to what could be happening here. That is why we need to do research, but it is important that we do not panic the crew. The rest of the politicians aboard the ship are currently untrustworthy. The only one that we can trust is Vote.
I've heard that before. That was your tagline, wasn't it? Has anyone interviewed or spoken?
Point of
to them?
fact, I've been constructed to gather all of the choices that the androids aboard the ship would like to make about any given situation. Majority rules, and I simply speak their voice.
God, I hate this guy so much.
Yes, that's, well, it's more efficient, isn't it? Like a hive mind. Yes.
I think if you, I think the. Never mind.
Spit it out, Simon, please.
Well, I could feel that the bug was in Jenkins. There was him, and then there was the bug. You know?
We have our own detector. Simon, would you be against me taking out your brain and just having a quick look?
Are you sure about that?
Just a
Can
little fiddle around.
Can you put it back? Because I know that like taking out an engine's a bit of a bugger, and I think that brains have got a lot more fiddly bits, right?
I will be honest, I've not perfected the putting back, but we could find out what actually makes that hoogabada you do, and maybe weaponize it. Maybe
you could just do it with scanners and things. I don't think that
we
taking
had
it with
a
brain.
conversation previously about words such as gloopy, and I am curious, what does hoogabada mean?
It means that nonsense he does with his brain ghosts.
Do you mean his psychic powers?
Yes.
Intriguing. I will add the synonym to my definition list.
Is there room? You did speak to Betty for over 20 minutes.
I've no.
Oh, he deleted all that, doesn't he? He has no memory of any of that.
He probably had to. Like it was corrupting the different pathways.
Is false.
Yeah.
Perhaps full-scale surgery is not in order. Perhaps we could go and see the man, see how he acts to people, and then see what Simon can actually read from him.
Is he in like a hospital gown as well, with one of them open backs?
What we're going to do is I'm going to have the group of you check various things. You see, the rest of the politicians aboard the ship are focused on speaking with the other aliens that are, well, frankly, within range of our ship at the moment. We have
boring, vaguely humanoid. We've seen it before.
We have some very difficult choices to make. It is important with first contact that we, well, that we have a good relationship formed. We are in this unknown galaxy. I understand their point. It is important, but we also have to worry about the immediate threat of these bugs. What I would like to do is I would like to assign you, all of you, the task of learning more about these creatures. And I don't mean learning more in the lab here, Doctor. What I mean is I need you to take out a shuttle, and I need you to gather up some of the components, the remnants of these bugs, the transports, the invaders, and these other small body-snatching bugs. We need to do as much research as possible on them to find out their weaknesses, to find out anything we can about them. And we also need to find a faster means of trying to detect where they are. Because I'm sorry, Simon, there's only so much you can do. There are 10,000 people, roughly, aboard this ship. You can't look into the mind of every single one of them.
Yeah, I'd be real tired.
Nova, can you fly a shuttle?
I do not have the skills, but maybe is easy to learn.
I can do it.
Oh, look, Simon, he can do it.
That's not necessary. I'm going to assign you a pilot.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. Good. I would need lots of equipment. I assume I normal designation of scientific equipment has been waived in this new information?
She looks at you like with an eyebrow raised.
I raise an eyebrow back.
We'll see.
Yeah. As to have it to do his work, no? Icarus?
What we need to do is keep a very low profile. Most importantly, when you're doing the work on the shuttle, I need you all to stay out of sight. I'm going to instruct the new pilot about this, but this work needs to be done quietly, and it's very important that you do not tell anyone in the crew what you are trying to do. If
Did you hear that, Betty?
Oh, I was thinking about something else.
I was saying that's very important to be stealthy.
Oh yeah, I can be totally sneaky when I want to. Don't worry.
Good.
I don't know if Betty can be discreet.
She
What do you
just
mean?
said that she
I
can
be
do this.
absolutely discreet. I mean, that time I sneaked into the boys' dormitory, and oh yes, I didn't notice we were released half an hour. Managed to get some really good footage.
I think this is more about speaking when you're not supposed to, Betty.
What?
I think we cannot speak very much. Maybe we'll have some kind of communicating tablets so that we don't have to speak. Is this something you can provide?
Oh,
data
sounds
pads,
like a good idea.
Yes.
everyone would
Good
be
idea.
requisitioned a data pad. That's not a problem. What I'm more worried about is communicating with the crew when you return. This entire operation needs to be kept quiet. We don't know if these bugs have infested the ship further. It is very possible that some of the other politicians have been taken over by these bugs. They won't submit to scans, and we don't want to panic the people into thinking that they could be taken over by these bugs. What we need to do is keep everything quiet. While
If I could suggest something, with the raised military issue happening right now, perhaps if you installed some metal detectors, weapon detectors, and changed the scanners somewhat, you could maybe scan a few people.
Scan them surreptitiously? This is good idea, Doctor.
It is a very good idea, Doctor. I would like you to start working on this change to the scanners. But again, we have to keep this quiet. Installation and discussion about this topic needs to be in the dark. Do you understand?
Boy, and the soul of discretion.
People never
She is
understand what I
also
say
good at
anyway.
being in the dark. And I try and.
Oh, well, I prefer it with the
that-
lights on because I see what I'm doing. But yeah, you know, you can do it in the dark as well.
What?
Sometimes, right, you can get them to wear a glow-in-the-dark thingamajig, you know, and then it's all like bobbing around everywhere. It's bloody hilarious, I tell you.
Bobbing?
Anyway, should we be getting prepared?
Yes. I will contact your pilot immediately. Most important about this op, again, it needs to be kept quiet, but to keep the politicians, and she looks towards vote, to keep the politicians happy, it's important that we also strike up communication with our new friends, the gorilloids. We're going to be setting up a tour of the ship so that we can have a meeting with them. Apparently, they are used to very extreme gravity, so they might have some difficulty traversing the ship. But frankly, if we visit their ship, it's going to be a lot more difficult. What we're going to do is bring them aboard our ship and give them a tour. I'm going to say that we're using this as a distraction while you are currently trying to figure out more information about these bugs. Don't let this on. It should be business as usual to everyone else. But you have a very important mission. and I expect you to follow through on it. Does everyone understand?
Understood.
Of course.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Very well. Good luck. She,
Vote, if I could have a quick second with you.
How can I be of assistance?
I assume you will be dealing with the new, what did they call them? Gorilloids?
Gorilloids?
Yes, the gorilloids seem quite amiable.
Yes,
Especially since we helped them.
We helped them?
Well, yes. They were under attack by the bugs.
I see.
Just as we were.
And they had no defense for the bugs themselves, or...
Well, it appears that their technology is nowhere close to our level.
Unfortunate. Either way, if you could find out, or maybe get hold of some of their scientific research, it might help fill some gaps in this area of space we have.
It's not our primary concern to worry about their technology right now, but it will be one of the things that we discuss.
Could be very helpful in my research there, Vote.
Point noted. I'll be sure to remember. He does the wink.
Very amiable bot, that one.
It's part of my programming.
Yes, it's functioning perfectly.
He creeps me out a bit, to be honest with you.
Why?
He's
Do
not
you know what the
doing it.
Uncanny Valley is?
Uncanny Valley?
Oh, I'll explain later. Don't worry about it.
Is that another movie? Do
No,
the
it's-
valleys attack?
The door
No,
opens up, and Commander Val'est walks out, and yeah. So, as you're about to hit the rack, Lieutenant Ferris, you get a private comms, which basically means you probably have a message private communication, you have a badge, and it's I forgot what we decided to make the shape, what we wanted for the shape of the badge.
It was like a sun with spokes, right?
Oh
It's like similar to
it looked like the promenade, so you had these different the different races spiked to represent each of the different races, so your comm badge would basically give you a notification private communication at nearest terminal. You probably just laid down
Like I was curling because I was gonna curl up into a little ball like a cat does, and just start purring, and he was getting to that point, and then he hears that, and he's like, all right, I'm never gonna get any sleep. And then he walks over to it and taps it, and he's like, Ferris.
So strangely enough, you've got a communication from Scan, whom you probably maybe only met once or twice, maybe it maybe when first introductions were being done, for the crew and whatnot. But other than that, you barely have ever talked to this guy. I mean, his face will show up. You probably have to go to the comm terminal or whatever, something nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that's what I hit. I walked over to it and I hit it, and I was like, Ferris, and I'm looking half awake at this thing.
Apologies, Lieutenant. Did I wake you?
No, sir. I was just hitting the rack. What's up?
Hitting the rack.
I was going to sleep. I was on a long patrol.
Ah. Getting sleep. Yes. Hitting the rack. Understood.
How can I help you, sir?
We are... Specifically, Commander Val'est has ordered me to speak with you. She needs you to pilot a shuttle.
Right now?
Yes. It's very important.
All right. Let me get some caffeine in my system, and then Where am I meeting everyone? What time?
In approximately 1 hour, please meet at Hangar Bay 4. You will be meeting your contact, Dr. Icarus.
Okay, sir. I'll be there in 1 hour.
Good day.
All right, Ferris out. Clicks it off.
Okay. And this is where we're going to take our first break. Take our first break right there.
You my bitch now.
Oh, welcome to Sexual Harassment City. Population you.
Well, guess what? There's such thing as lawful and unlawful orders.
You
You guys forget. I spent 5 years in the Navy, so like I will bust out my jargon at the last second.
Yeah, just be careful. If you bust out your jargon around Betty, all kinds of inappropriate things are going to happen. But let's
talk official to me. Oh, I like it when a man talks official.
Oh, show me that
Choke
jargon.
me.
Oh, it's a lot of jargon you got. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
There's some really long words.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for some more Turnover Warped Season 2, Episode 5. We'll be right back.